All right, so today we are going to be working on this side of the car. Been doing a little bit of progress without recording it, but let me show you what I got going on today. You can see we got the door here filled in already. We got the quarter welded in, and this time around we learned a couple things from the other side. I decided to use a different product for body filler instead of just the plain old body filler. I picked up this metal reinforced filler, so basically this can go direct to metal. Actually has corrosion resistance, and that was something I was worried about if there was ever going to have some corrosion under the body filler we laid on the other side. But that side's done, so it is what it is. But on this side here, we went ahead and tried some of this. It's definitely a lot harder to work with. It's not as smooth and doesn't lay as smooth as the regular body filler. So honestly, you got to kind of cake it up there. Got it on there. It worked out pretty good over here on the door. So we did this piece, sanded it down, filled in a lot of the imperfections in the metal, some of the grind marks. Once we get that down, we will do one more coat of the standard regular body filler that I've been using, and we'll get to that in a minute here. We're just gonna wait for this to cure a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and sand it down, get the edges done on the door and the quarter here, and then once we get there, we'll go ahead and do the additional layer of body filler. So we'll get to that in a minute. Body filler is just like they say with paint. Basically, we're just sitting here waiting for paint to dry. Once this gets dried up, we'll go ahead and sand it, and then we'll go ahead and do the additional layer of the regular body filler. But it's a long process. I've been working on this for a few days already, and little by little every day we're getting ahead. So pretty soon the car will be finished in the back. We'll start sanding the whole car, get ready for wrap. There's a bunch of engine components I haven't showed you guys that I need to install, but we'll get to that in a different video. Today we're just gonna finish off this side. Hopefully we can get to sanding it and then even primering it. Okay, so I was able to finally close the door. It's starting to tack up pretty good. So if you didn't see, I didn't show you guys, I had laid a piece of tape on the door, and then when I spread the body filler over the quarter, it was obviously on the door. Then I went ahead and removed it, and then that took off all the body filler from the door. It left just the right amount of clearance between the door and the quarter. So what I did then is I took a razor blade and I cut the body filler right there just to separate it from the door. That's why right now I had it open, letting it cure. So it's hardened up already. I was able to close it. If you guys know me, I'm very picky. Have a high, how do you say, attention to detail. So these gaps, I like to make sure they look good. So whatever this is up here, maybe a 1/4 inch, 3/16, we are going to go ahead and give it the same gap throughout the door. This is where it really counts, what makes the difference, where it looks good or doesn't look good. So we want to get this part right. So once this hardens up, we'll start breaking down the line here, sanding just the edge here, flatten it out. Then we'll start spreading everything out. And it's not going to come out perfect because we're still going to do the additional layer of the thinner body filler. And then even after that, we are still going to do a poly putty, which is a lot thinner. So long way to go still, but just wanted to show you guys how the door came out here. Okay guys, just to show you this material here, like I said, it's metal reinforced, so it's kind of weird. It almost looks like it's body filler that's already been hardened. If you stick a stick in there, you can see it's very difficult to dig into it. It's definitely not smooth like the regular body filler, so you really got to dig in there to get some out. And it's kind of weird. Like I said, it looks like it's already cured, but it's not. This one right here you got to use with the drops of hardener. So it makes about ball size full of golf ball size full of this body filler and 10 drops of that hardener. Works out pretty good. Looks kind of intimidating. Like I said, it looks like it's already cured, but it's not. You really just got to break it down, mix it, and it'll come down. It'll spread out all right. All right, so I got the edge already formed up here. So as you can see, we got this flushed out right here. So got it straight on that side there, and then right here follows the curve of the flare. So this has a sharp edge right now. As you can see, we're gonna go ahead and sand it down and get it rounded like the original factory corners are. So that's finished up right there. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the gap on the door. This is what I was telling you. We got to give it about 3/16 gap all the way through. So that's pretty good there. Like I said, we just got to round off that corner just a little bit here. So I'm gonna go ahead and round it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the next coat of the body filler, and then we'll let that cure, and we'll go ahead and sand that afterwards. So it's been about a week. I did the last layer of body filler last week. I let it sit. I didn't have no time to get to it, but today got on it, started sanding it down. So got it pretty much shaped up right now. I got a lot of little low spots like right here, some on the edge here, so I gotta add a little bit more right there so we can build it up. I got a little bit on the door here, but we'll go ahead and do another coat. This will be a lot thinner. So first thing I'm gonna do is just blow it off with some air, and then wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. Make sure it's clean before we lay the next coat of body filler, and then this will start filling in pretty good. So let me get the body filler on there, and then we'll continue. And as you guys can also see, the door gap looks really good now. I still have that crisp tight edge on there, but I am gonna end up rounding it off once I'm done filling it in. I'll take out the edges and make sure they're rounded like they're supposed to be, just like up here on the factory. This is rounded, this is really sharp right now, but we'll get that figured out. All right, so I got everything wiped down already. I masked off the edge of the door. I also masked off the inside of the quarter there so we don't get no more body filler into that area. We'll get a little bit in there, but we can just cut it out with a razor blade. But this is ready for the next coat. Let me go ahead and lay it down. Next coat of body filler on. You can see I got some of it filled in here on the edge of the quarter. I got some on the door where I needed it, and I got the low spots up here filled in. So we're gonna go ahead and let this cure, and once we get it hardened up a little bit, we'll go ahead and sand it to about an 80%, and we'll take a look at it again. There's some more blemishes, we'll go ahead and fill them in again. Like I said, I'm not really good with body fillers, so this may take a couple times. I think I'm just spreading it and doing the best I can, so we'll see how it comes out. But quick tip, guys, once you got a lot of the filler here, and it's kind of like it is right now, where it's already getting hard, you can go ahead and take a razor blade and you can actually just cut some of it off. Save you a lot of time sanding. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some of these hard edges, and then let it cure. And then we'll get down to some sanding. Like I said, we'll see where it ends up at, and if we can, we'll probably end up primering some of these bare metal spots so it doesn't rust. It's coming out pretty good. It's blending in pretty good. I still got a couple blemishes here. I just scuffed up right there. I'm gonna get a little more filler in there, building up the edge pretty good there. Finally got this smoothened out pretty good. It's kind of hard to see right now with the sun going down, but it's blended in really nice. I'll have to show you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so this is next day, progress update. I did end up hitting it with the poly putty this morning, let it cure a little bit. It's kind of gloomy, so it took a little while for it to cure. Maybe I should add a little more hardener, but I wanted to take my time with spreading it. But there it is, we did that, and then we went ahead and sanded it again. And I also sanded a little bit farther away, went around this, all the way around the quarter, masked it off. So we're gonna get ready to shoot some primer on this right now. Like I said, it's kind of gloomy. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I wanna get this at least sealed up so it doesn't rust in these bare metal spots. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm gonna continue to go ahead and mask it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with some primer for the day. And that's gonna be it for today. I think there may still be some low spots here, but I think the primer is gonna help us identify those low spots. So for now, let's just seal it up, and then when we get another chance, we'll get right back to it. Okay guys, so there it is, all masked up. We're gonna go ahead and shoot the primer, and that'll be it for today. We'll let this cure, and we'll get back on it on the next chance we get to. If weather gets better in a couple of days, we'll get right back to it. So finally laid the primer down. As you can see, it's still a little transparent. I didn't check how much material I had, and it turns out I only had about half a can. So it was enough to do about a coat and a half, just enough to cover up for the rain that's coming so the car doesn't create any rust. But that's pretty good now. A couple of days, once everything cures up, we'll go ahead and hit it again with a couple more coats. But now we'll be able to see some of the imperfections, like the edge here on the quarter. I need to sand it down a little bit more. It's too sharp. I want it to look more like the bumper, where it's just a rounded edge. So we still got a couple more details to do. As you can see, very transparent on this side here. But once we lay those couple coats of primer, you're not gonna see any of that anymore. And then we'll be ready to go on to the next step. So we'll catch you guys here in a couple of days and see what happens. All right guys, so today we are going to be working on the car once again. You guys seen in the last few clips, we already finished the rear quarters, so those are cut and ready to go. We still going to do the fronts. I've been thinking about it, and I did decide we're going to go ahead and do it. So like I mentioned, both rears ready to go. So what I want to do today, guys, is to start and primer the areas that have already been sanded. There's a lot of areas in the corner, especially like on the doors here, where the sander burned through the paint, and we don't want these areas to rust. So I want to go ahead and start to seal these areas. So far I did the bottom rocker, I did both doors, and then I did the top pillar here, just this section here, and the back where we already had put a little bit of primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and mask it all off. I already went and sanded it. I even went over the primered areas already, so it's really smooth. So first I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off, then mask it up, and then I ended up getting a few cans of this turbo primer paint. We're gonna try it out. It's supposed to get a lot more coverage in one pass, so I'm gonna clean this up right now. We'll mask it up and then we'll shoot some of that paint. Okay guys, as we are masking the door up, I want to show you guys a little tip my homie taught me. I don't know what they call it. To me, it's basically like back taping. So we start from the inside out and we leave the adhesive on the outside. So what this is gonna do, when we close the door, it's gonna create a seal between the door and the quarter, so no overspray will get into those tight areas where we don't want the paint to get to. I am also gonna end up color matching this section here. As you can see, the primer goes pretty far into the door quarter, and I am gonna end up sanding that and color matching it, but it's just gonna be a small touch up here and on the other side, because I don't want the primer to be visible once we wrap the car, and this area is not gonna get wrapped, so we want to make sure to match the car and color match it. So we'll get to that in a different video. I'll show you guys when we do that. For now, let's keep going. I'm going to do the front door next, and then we can mask the car up from the outside. So you guys can see, now that I close the door, this little area is kind of filled in, so no overspray gets in there. So it's exactly what I wanted. We're going to go ahead and continue here on the front. All right guys, so I got the doors all masked off. Should get no overspray in there anymore. The front here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the windows, and then we're pretty close to getting this sprayed. I am going to cover most of the car. I'm not going to do the whole car. If you guys know, I've been doing this little by little, so sometimes when you leave these bare areas, they start to rust. So I want to just keep sealing away everything that I'm already touched, guys. So the reason I'm doing it in sections is some days we get a little bit of progress and we get down to the bare metal here. If we let it sit for too long, it starts to rust. So I decided to do this car in sections, so that's why we're just gonna primer this one side. We're not gonna do the roof, we're not gonna do anything in the front. So we're just gonna take it piece at a time. It seems to work. We've been progressing as it goes, so this is gonna be the next step. Once we do this side, we're gonna do the other side, and then we will get to the fenders. So that's gonna be a whole different video, and it's gonna be a lot of work. So I wanna keep it separate from this one. So let me continue here. Let's get it masked up, and then we're gonna go ahead and spray it. Okay guys, so we got the edges already masked off. We're gonna go ahead and get some paper here, and then do the windows, do the back light, and then we're gonna use the plastic sheet and go over the whole car. We'll get a final wipe down, and then we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. Okay guys, so I got it all masked up. Like I said, we're not gonna be touching anything there, so we masked it up. We're not gonna be doing the roof, the hood, anything like that. The fender as well. That's gonna get worked on, so if a little overspray goes over, it's not a big deal. But all this is ready to go. I'm gonna do one final wipe down, and we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. Damn, no lie, guys. If you guys never use that turbo can, the primer comes out really good. This shit fills in all the scratches. This is perfect if you're ready to paint. For me, I just wanted to let it sit here for a while I work on the rest, but this shit came out super good, man. If you guys have never used it, I do highly recommend it. So today we went ahead and did this side of the car. You guys already saw the other side, so I didn't want to bore you and show you the whole process, but my compressor was down for about a week, got it fixed, and we had a chance to finish sanding this side, and so we went ahead and primed it. Here's the outcome. Back at it again. If you guys saw the last clip, we primered this side of the car, but before we move any further with this, I do want to address a couple things. Like I had mentioned, when we did this welding, we had to weld the quarter into the door jamb, as well as a section of the quarter into the door. So I want to color match these areas. I also want to color match the inside of the gas cap area and the gas cap itself. So today we're going to go ahead and do that. I already masked everything up, prepped it up. We're ready to paint it. I picked up some custom made paint here. This is the BMW 372. So this is the factory color, along with some 2K clear here that we're going to go ahead and shoot. So like I mentioned, I want to make sure that these areas are already color matched, so no matter what we do from here on out, it's going to be the same color as the car, whether we wrap it or we paint it. Once we open the doors, the door jambs are going to match the rest of the color. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do that. I already took care of this side and the other side, so I'm just going to go ahead and shoot it. All right, guys, so I did 2 quick coats right now. I did a little skim coat just to tack it up. Then I came back with a little medium coat, so I shot this already, shot the other side, the door jamb doors and the gas cap as well. So that's 2 coats there. Looks like the gas cap particularly needs 1 more. It's kind of hard to tell. Lighting's not good out here, but still needs about 1 more coat there. So we'll hit 1 more coat on everything, and then we're ready to go ahead and clear it. Okay, guys, so time to clear it up. This is the 2K clear in a can. If you guys never used it, you gotta take this button, push this pin right here with the button. What that's gonna do, it's gonna break the seal inside. It's gonna allow the hardener to mix with the clear coat. If you don't mix it, it'll never harden. So make sure to do that if you've never used it. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. This is gonna make a world of a difference once the clear shows on the paint. We're gonna see the final color. All right, guys, so that's the 2nd coat of clear. It's already looking really good. I don't know if you guys can make it out. The camera looks kind of weird. The weather's pretty bad out here. It's kind of hot, humid, a little bit of clouds. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's looking really good. That's 2 coats. We did these guys, did everything. So I may spray 1 more coat. I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes. We'll shoot another coat, and I think that's it. We'll call it a wrap for today. All right, guys, there it is. We peeled off the masking tape and paper. The color match came out pretty good. This is exactly what we wanted. Paint just on the edges. Same with the quarter here. So now when we open the door, it's color matched. Primers on the outside. That's ready to go. We did the gas door too. So that's color matched. Came out really good. So that's gonna be it for today. I think on the next video, we're gonna be working on the front fenders, so stay tuned for that. We'll catch you guys later.